Okay, so I'm back. Sorry, I forgot to grab the materials that I was going to share in this video. So anywho, protein. So my protein, I need to have at least 4 ounces per meal, and I need to have it between 7 to 10 grams of protein in each meal. So with the Premier Protein, those are pretty easy to measure because they come in 11-ounce container. I'm sure in one of these videos I'll show you what they look like. Um, and there's about 30 grams of protein, so it's possible I could just break that up into about 3 servings. I would have to probably add a little bit from one of the containers to make 12 ounces of 3 increments. Wait, I'm not saying that correctly. It comes in 11 ounces. I would need 12 ounces to have 3 equal servings. So the days that I decide to have that for most of my meals, I pour a little bit from a second container so that I can have an even amount of ounces and grams of protein per meal. But some days, I don't want the Premier Protein. I did the Premier Protein a lot during my pre-op, so I'm touch and go with it right now. I think I also need to change the flavor. I've been drinking a lot of the banana and creams flavor, and so I think I'm a bit burnt out on that. So what I do is to alternate is that I'll have Chobani non-fat Greek yogurt, 5.3 containers, 5.3 ounce containers. I'm gonna get this video situation down, I promise. But I have that, and that has like 12 grams of protein in it. So, like for instance, if I don't get enough from the Premier Protein, I can just catch up with the rest of the meals for my day. But days that I don't want Premier Protein, there is a instant protein powder I use. It's called Beneprotein, and it's an instant protein powder. It's unflavored, 25 calories, and there is 6 grams of protein. The only reason for that face is because according to MyFitnessPal, I thought it said 7, so I've been counting that I've been getting 7 grams of protein powder. Oops. Well, I'm glad I know now. So anyway, I have this with different soups. Like what's been my saving grace is Safeway signature deli soups that are kind of in the front of the store, and they're like freshly made soups. So I eat a lot of Tuscan tomato and basil soup and mix this powder in there. Also, there's a cauliflower and cheddar soup. I have that. What other soup I've had, or the broccoli and cheddar soup, and then sometimes if they don't have the particular flavors I like, Panera at Safeway, I mean, excuse me, not Safeway, at Lucky, they have similar flavors of soups. Only thing I have to be cautious is I can't have really high fat soups that are cream based. So technically, when I'm having cream based soups, they need to be low calorie as well as low fat. So like right now, Safeway has this awesome lobster bisque soup. Bisque, it's not a soup, it's a bisque. I highly recommend it. It's up for a limited time offer, and it tastes so good. I had a taste of it, but the calories and the fat that goes into it, all the cream and the butter, the milk, all the yummy stuff, it's not in my best interest to have too much of that. So far I've only had 1 serving of that, and that was last night because I was having a bit of a struggle. I guess it was just too many food commercials, and I was up late, and I was like, I want something to eat, so I had that soup. What else? Sticking with meals, I have to have 6 small meals per day, and that's just going to be for the first 6 weeks. And then after that, I'll go to only having 3 meals a day and no snacking and grazing in between. But right now, since I'm eating in such small amounts, I have to eat much more frequent. And in addition to that, I have to take a vitamin pretty much with every meal. So, what my typical day looks like, I'm usually up between 7:30, 8:30 in the morning, and I will have a protein focused breakfast, which could be Greek yogurt, Premier Protein, and then I have to have a vitamin. So, when you have bariatric surgery, you pretty much sign for the rest of your life that you're going to be committed to eating or taking vitamins with your meals to prevent any type of malnourishment, any type of nutrient deficiency practices. You can't do that because vitamins is almost like life and death, where you can be rushed to the hospital if you don't take your vitamins because your levels can drop so low, where because you're not eating a significant amount because of the restrictions of your stomach, it could put you in really bad danger and it could potentially be fatal. So I've committed. I'm taking vitamins for the rest of my life to get my life. And so I have my breakfast in the morning, and then I'll have a calcium citrate vitamin. Now, I could have had the bag, but I threw the bag away because it broke. But they're called, the brand that I use is Bariatric Advantage, and these are super yummy. These taste like orange Starburst. So I have to take 3 calcium citrates every day. So I have them for my first 3 meals. So I have 3 of these. Where's the camera? There we go. 3 of those. So I usually have those for my first 3 meals of the day. And then I have to have 2 multivitamin Bariatric Advantage vitamins. This flavor is mixed fruit. They taste pretty good. All my vitamins must be chewable to ensure that I get all the nutrient. They're not too big, and they chew and break down really well. They don't smell too bad. So I have to have 2 of these a day. So that's 5 vitamins. And then when I go to bed at night, just before I go to bed, I have to have a chewable iron vitamin. These are good, meaning because when I'm chewing them, it's a fruit flavor. But oh my gosh, it gives you the worst metallic taste in your mouth ever. It's like I wake up with this weird breath. So I'm kind of struggling with that. I got to do some testing to see if maybe if I gargle with mouthwash after I take it, it'll take the taste out. But I can't stand morning breath, and I definitely can't stand this metallic breath. But that's what it is right now, right? And then also I'm taking some medication. So my surgeon, which is a typical thing he requires for his folks, is that you take for 6 weeks. You take 2 medications. One is to prevent gallstones, so I take those twice a day, and then also kind of like a ulcer acid medication to prevent that. So it's more preventative measures. I don't have any of those things right now. And then for pain, I take something called Hyset, and it's a liquid formula. Very strong. Some people that I follow who do videos, they love this stuff. Now, granted, I did too, but I don't really like these pain-induced sleep periods because I have some of the most darkest, extreme emotional dreams, and they feel so real that I have cut back a lot. So first I was taking the full dosage, but then once the dreams became too crazy and I just didn't like how they made me feel, as well as I can't be taking this, it's a narcotic, right? It's called hydrocodone, and driving, and I need to be self-sufficient. So I totally backed off on that, where I don't take it every 4 hours anymore. I pretty much only take it once a day, and I take it half a dosage, and then I take it more in the evening time after I've been walking around and moving and stuff. And then the last few things is I have to blow into this thing, and I believe this is to prevent any type of clots and stuff in my lungs. I have to do this like 10 times a day. I do it off and on. I'm not really super religious about it, but have that. And then in addition to my meals, I have to get my hydration levels down. So hydration is up there with vitamins. Eating definitely is important, but if I'm not hydrated and I have any type of dehydration could also send me to the hospital too. And so they want me to at least drink 50 ounces of water a day. I haven't gotten there yet, but today is one of my best days, but I pretty much average about 20, 22 ounces of water a day. But I'm slowly each day, I keep getting better and better and better. So today I've had half of this. This is a 20-ounce bottle, and then I've also had a 12-ounce bottle. So it's getting better. And Crystal Light has been my saving grace to get this water down. So that's been super helpful. Um, what else? That's pretty much it on the like major stuff. Now, how have I been feeling? I have been going through some post-operation emotional stuff. It's shown up in a way of feeling lonely, angry, depressed, um, identity confusion issues. And what I mean by that is that I've been a plus size heavy person most of my life, and then now I'm moving in this direction where that is not going to always be my identity. And how will that show up for me in the future? So kind of jumping ahead, but it's kind of like a typical thing that folks go through. My sister Maria, who might be watching this video, she got me this awesome book that I'm reading. Um, Please excuse me because I can't remember all the way the title, but it's about folks who've had weight loss surgery and how you cope with post-operation emotional baggage. So sorry. Um, so that book is helping a lot and is really speaking to my experience, and it has some journaling, so it's a lot of work you do, as well as there's some techniques to kind of help you identify the different areas that are affecting you now, and then how to work through those situations. So stay tuned. I will share more. Actually, I can look up the title of the book really quick. The title of the book is called The Weight Loss Surgery. It's taking a really long time. The Weight Loss Surgery Coping Companion, a practical guide for coping with post-surgery emotions. Okay, so stay tuned. I'll definitely share as much as I can share about that. Um, Pain levels has gotten much better. So typically my pain level was between 7 and 8 when I first had the surgery. And then since I've been home, it has come down to between like a 5, 6. And then now if I was to rate my pain, it's about at the most a 3. I am a side sleeper, so I slept on my on my side for a really long time last night. And I think with my bed being so firm, it kind of upset my side a little bit. So I am dealing with some discomfort, but I'm gonna ice or put a warm compress on it today after I finish this video, just to give me some relief. But basically, you just got to keep walking. You got to keep moving. This is not something where you can just lay around and rest. The more you move, the better. Also, I think also what has helped alleviate and decrease my pain is that the gas pressure is finally gone. So let me tell you, yes, there is pain with the surgical incisions, and it's been major changes that have happened in my abdominal cavity, but the most pressure and the most pain that I've gotten is from the gas. So for those who are not all the way in the knowing of what VSG surgery is, so there's 3 types of weight loss surgery. First one is a lap band surgery, where they put a band over your stomach and basically they kind of tighten it to give you restriction so you won't eat much. Not the most successful weight loss procedure to do if you're extremely overweight. The second one, which is the most mid invasive surgery, is the VSG, or the vertical sleeve surgery. I can't remember how to pronounce the third word. But anyway, what they do is they take your stomach, and our stomach in its original state can hold about 32 ounces. When you get the vertical sleeve surgery, they literally cut your stomach and make it about 6 to 7 ounces. So they take some kind of tool that's like a scissors and a staple at the same time. And then that remainder stomach, so let's say they took, seven, reduced your stomach to 7 ounces. That remainder 15 ounces of your stomach, they actually pull that out of your body and they discard it. And the awesome thing about this surgery is that the part where they remove, it has this hormone called ghrelin, Gherlin. I believe that's how you spell it. That's the hormone that kind of tells you when you're hungry and like, oh, I'm hungry, I need to feed me, I want something, or tells you all this stuff, right? Well, when you take that out, that means you're not as hungry as often as you typically would be. And so that helps with the success of the weight loss surgery tool. And then also, you can't eat as much, right? Because, the volume is such smaller now. So that's how you get full faster. So currently, I got to find out. I'll find out exactly because I'm just that kind of person when I meet up and have my follow-up appointment with my surgeon. But my stomach is about 6 to 7 ounces now. So with that restriction, I don't eat as much and I get full faster. And with that and eating a healthy diet and exercising, that's what is contributing to my weight loss and what's going to help me to be successful in the future. And then the last surgery is RNY, or typically known as gastric bypass surgery. That's the most invasive surgery, and I'm not super educated in that because I wasn't never really interested in that one. But what I do know is that they reduce the size of your stomach, or sometimes they'll use the word pouch, and they'll reduce it to the size of like 2 to 3 ounces, and then they'll kind of cut it off, and then they kind of snip it off, and then they'll create a new piping system where that little stomach will bypass the first set of intestines and go to the second set of intestines. And so then food doesn't stay in your stomach, in your system long, as well as you're eating such a significant amount. That's all I know about it now. But like I said, I didn't put a lot of energy in learning about it because I wasn't interested. But that's the most invasive one. And I did not want to do that surgery because I didn't want to be messing with all my intestines and all my natural piping. In addition to, for those who may not know, I was diagnosed with MS in May of 2016. And so I will be having to take a medication to help me manage that. Excuse me, I got like dry skin on my lip. That is not cute. Sorry. So since I had to take that medication, and there are issues with absorption issues with the gastric bypass, it was best for my health that I do the vertical sleeve surgery, and so that's how I got there. But anyway, pain has significantly gone down now that all the gas is out of my system. And walking, Gas-X strips, which these were also a saving grace. These Gas-X strips that you just open, put on your tongue. You about do 2 at a time, and that would help relieve it. And then eventually I had to get some milk magnesia, and that finished off the job. We'll leave it there, okay? If you have more specific questions about that, talk to me offline. So what else? Wrapping my mind around every time I get on the scale and it's a smaller number, because I've been in the 3s for so long that it was like, what? I'm 2 something? So yeah, so I remember the first time I got on the scale, I think it was a couple of days after I had gotten home and after the surgery, and my husband was around, and I got on the scale and I was like, 296. Oh, this scale's wrong. Give me another scale. And he was like, this scale is fine. Watch, let me weigh myself. See, it's the number I am. And it was a trip. Like, I couldn't believe it. Like, this is for real happening. So, and I think it's going to be that way for a while, just like it's going to be an adjustment for me, adjustment for my loved ones. But yeah, this is working. my tool, my boost is helping. So that's where I am with that. Um, I've been home. I was supposed to just be home for a week, and then I was gonna, well, excuse me, I was gonna be home for 2 weeks. The first week I was gonna be completely unplugged, and then the second week I was going to work from home. But um, my sweet friend, sister Amaria, I talked with her, and she was like, you might have been focusing a lot on the physical recovery, but this is really a holistic recovery and a major life changing event, and you need to give yourself time and space to heal. So that's what I chose to do. And I'm so grateful and thankful that I was able to just be off and unplug for an additional week because I really need it. And I need this time to just be at home with no pain and, you know, just be present in this journey and really like reflect on how far I've come and plan for where I'm going, and also just really just be in this Thanksgiving space that I'm so grateful and thankful to God that I'm finally at this place. I feel like I talked about this for so long and thought about it and had conversations with people about what was going to happen, but to actually be there now, it totally like it fills my heart. Like I'm so grateful. And I can't wait to see what the future is going to look like. What else? I think that's it. Just learning how to make these videos, trying to get them up. I have some grateful friends that I ain't seen physically in years who are checking in on me and rooting for me. So I'm totally grateful for that. I'm grateful for my family. I am very, very, very thankful for my husband. He has been by my side through all of this and helped me and encouraged me and ran to the store several times when I needed stuff or been like, oh, I'm going to try this product. And then, ooh, I don't like this product. Can we get something else? So if he's watching this video, whenever he watches this video, I just want to say thank you, sweetheart. I'm grateful to my mom who's been here. She actually just left. She's been helping me with my laundry because you can't lift anything over 15 pounds, and I won't be able to lift anything that heavy until late November. So I'm grateful that she came all the way from her neck of the woods to help me around the house and stuff. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for my friends checking on me and texting me, and co-workers. So I think that's it. I'll be back to do another video on my 2 weeks, and then I think I'll do it weekly for my first month, and then probably will do bi-monthly check-ins, or I might just pop in when I just got something on my mind. But thank you for listening, and cheers to Tally's transformation.